Hey Samir, it's Jim. Hey man, I wanted to get a video out to you and just give you some feedback on your site. You may have heard me say it before, but I really like to shoot from the hip on these videos and be really candid with the feedback. It's the most valuable feedback that you can get, man. I want to not beat around the bush. So, okay, let's get right to it. So the fact that you're doing this is good. Asking for an email address. I know more about this, and I want to talk more about this later. My company actually does this, and I want to go into more detail. But let's take a look at something right here. This is good. I'm a big believer in this, but you've got too much going on right here all at once. I can't even see your site, and I'm being bombarded. Now, this is fine, but having all of these other things too is a lot. So like this little guy down here is a lot, and then this is a lot. Yeah, so it looks like you have a discount here, a discount offer here. It almost comes across as just too much, like not only visually, but that you're almost desperate for sales, and you don't want to convey that. So having a message widget here is great, really great actually, but I would recommend having it not pop up right when I come to the site. It's kind of like, imagine walking into a store and getting hounded. Hey, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? It's just like too much, right? So I like the idea of it being there, but just let me click on it if I want to chat, okay? So let's get into it. You've probably heard me say it before, but the most important real estate on the site is before the fold, meaning before I can scroll down like that, all right? So in this area, you've got to, within a couple seconds of someone landing on your site, you've got to make it very, very clear what it is that you do, and then allow them to make a decision, is this for me? So you're making it clear what it is you do, they decide if it's for them. So if you check your Google Analytics and look at your bounce rate, meaning how quickly people leave your site, if people are leaving within a few seconds, then there's one of two things, or maybe even two of two things going on. The first thing could be that you're bringing traffic to your site that isn't relevant. Let's say that I'm not a wallet person, I don't carry a wallet, I don't care anything about wallets. You bring me to your site and it's not for me, so I leave. If I'm a dog guy and you take me to a cat site, I'm going to leave. So the first key is to make sure that the people you're bringing to your site are relevant in what you're interested in. They're warmed up to that. And there's different ways to do that. I mean, we could talk all day about that. But making sure that you're honing in on the right target demographic and target customer is important. Beyond that, then, if you know that you're bringing the right people through the gates, you need to make sure that you make it clear what you do. This is really simple, but I like that you just say decorative wallets. Okay, I'm curious, are these for men, women? I'm kind of thinking women. So I would put that, articulate that, decorative wallets for women, decorative wallets for the classy woman, or something like that, right? Not that specifically, but just think about that. How can you kind of have a little tagline to articulate that? So on my screen, I have a Mac with a Retina display. It's a very highly pixeled display, and this looks grainy, which conveys lower quality. So I would work on making sure that this text is really, really crisp and not grainy at all. Okay, let's look at something. If you go to my blog, blog.groovejar.com, top left here is a post that I want you to look at, how to boost your conversion rate with a killer first impression. If you click on that, I do a really deep dive here and go into the details of what makes a really strong first impression and also show some examples of that. This site here, this is a screenshot of before the fold. I like having a big image. This is called the hero image, and everything behind, or everything is on top of this, right? So you know what it is because it's involved. What they offer is in their sort of logo here, Toy Shades. She's wearing the product. She's confident. It's an attractive image. Really good quality. Okay, another example, they sell these bars. It's immediately obvious what they sell. Very attractive photograph. It really conveys emotions with the fact that they give bars to feed children, and just a lot of positive things happening in this image, and it's clear what they offer. And then this one, the world's strongest coffee. So it's very, very clear what you're getting with this and who it's for. First of all, it's for coffee drinkers. Secondly, it's for strong coffee drinkers, right? So there's no question about what it is that they offer. So take a deeper dive and look at the details I have on the site, on that particular page, and get some ideas. So you're not far off, man. I generally speaking, I like the idea of having one large image and everything involved in that to sell your brand. I mean, think about like how cool of a shot you could have having a model holding a particular wallet, right? And kind of making that the feature. That is enough. And then as they scroll down, they'll see the specific products, So you'll get there. In terms of the product displays, I really like it. It's a lot more aesthetically pleasing when everything's the same size. So notice these images are different sizes, and thus the copy here is not on the same plane, right? It's just kind of difficult to look at. So that's one thing that I would clean up. Just a simple redesign will go a long way for you. Okay, so let's click on a specific product and talk about that. All right, give me 1 second. A few key elements that you need to have on a product page. Number one, high quality photographs. So I really like, you've probably seen the tool where you can post a picture here, and then when you scroll over it zooms in. Like Amazon uses this, and many e-commerce stores use it. But I like that because without me having to click, I can actually just scroll over it and it enlarges the image. So you've got a lot of good images here. I like that. It shows well, excuse me, it shows well the product. I would like to be able to see inside. I'd be curious to see an inside shot, but that's a small detail. So that's really important to have really good photographs. Next up is the copy, right? You need to have specifications, and then even more importantly is benefits. So first comes benefits. Think about the emotions involved in carrying a purse. And if you were to speak to your customers and get an idea, or even from female friends and family members that carry these purses, what are they feeling? You know, what is it about the design, right? Why do women buy these classy higher end purses? Like, what's the point? There's something there that they're getting at. They feel sexy, beautiful, confident, classy, right? Figure out those emotional words and key in on those in the copy. So this is way too little information. So you've got some specification information, which is good, but you're missing the emotions to connect with people. That's the magic. So look at this. Simple hand wash gel. So take a read of this. One whiff of this soothing sea scent, and you may be inspired to stand on the bow of a sailing ship with your arms outstretched, like a bird flying towards the shore. So they've captivated emotions to sell something as simple as soap. So that's so important because it connects with people. It's really, really critical. All right, so really think about that. Spend some time and think about the emotions behind the purchasing decision. Okay, so suggested items, that's great. I love that. Another really important factor is in the conversion rate of particular pages, product pages, is reviews. So think about it, like when I go to Amazon, I do not buy something if it has no reviews or bad reviews. So that's a huge piece. And I get that you're just getting started. It's going to take time. That's another benefit of not having too many products at once, is that you're selling less products, and thus it's more easy for you to get reviews. So ask your clients for reviews. Follow up with them. If they don't answer you, don't take that as a no. Take it as they're just busy, and follow up and ask for a review. Maybe even incentivize people to leave reviews with a future coupon or something like that. But the point is, get reviews and then display those reviews on the page. It lends credibility and will increase your conversions on these product pages. Okay? So basically what I just said here, you can apply to all your different pages, your product pages. So let's look at your About Us page. This is a critical page. You need way more information here. I really would like to see a picture of you. Like you're the curator, you're the person behind the brand. A good quality picture of you, face shot, smiling, happy, that builds trust and credibility. It tells me that you're going to stand behind your products. And just more words, more copy, explain to people why it is that you do what you do. How do you curate this? Why are you the expert in this area? You know what I mean? So just share more about yourself, about your brand, what people can expect, and just make that emotional connection with them. It'll go a long way in building that trust and credibility. Okay, so let's go back to your homepage. I told you I would talk about the pop-ups. My company is GrooveJar. We have a pop-up that's a countdown timer, and it collects email addresses. This is so important because if you think about it, the most valuable asset someone can offer you is their attention. So when you have visitors coming to your site, they're giving you their attention. If you have an email address from them, you have the ability to proactively captivate that attention again. If you don't, then you can't reach out to them. So with an email address, you can push them down that buying funnel, nurture a relationship with them, work on giving them coupons or the discounts, and ultimately converting them from a lead to a paying client. So I recommend this highly. I'm a huge believer in it. It can make a huge difference in your conversions and ultimately in your revenue, but it's got to be played off well. What I saw when I first came to the screen was just too much, too many words, too many pop-ups, too much at once. So you've got to be selective and choose the most important things. You can't have a pop-up with an email collection and then have this pop-up and this over here and all these different things. You've got to be selective. But whether you try my company out or another company that like SumoMe is a good one, Privy is a good one, just working on that and making it good. So in other words, less verbiage. I wish I could get your pop-up back so I could see it again, but less words, And keep track of your conversion rates on that. What is your conversion rate on the pop-up? What kind of number of emails are you collecting? And then make sure that you're following up. You're working on those leads and you're nurturing them down the buying process. Don't just collect an email and sit on it. You've got to work it and convert that customer. That'll make a huge difference for you. But first and foremost, I would make the changes that I suggested here on the site. Make sure that you're really captivating people's attention and articulating to them what it is that you do here. Okay? All right, man, let me know if you have any specific questions. If you want to take a deeper dive on any of these topics that I brought up, we can definitely do that. Take care.